Greetings, A-class students. It's your Uncle William back again for lesson number 11. And today we're going to start Unit 9, Past Regrets. Today in grammar we're going to learn about the if only, I wish clause, plus the past perfect, and should have, and vocabulary expressions with to be. Word formation. Let's start off by looking at this young lady here. How does she look to you? Okay, she looks like she regrets something. Maybe she wishes she had done something differently. Do you ever feel like that? I'm sure everybody does sometimes. So if you're ready to get started, I've got my coffee here as usual. I'm going to take a sip. Delicious Americano. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's listen to the conversation between Melissa and Sarah.
Unit 9, page 56, Conversation.
Hi, Sarah. I'm back. Wow, you'll never believe what an amazing day I've had. You should have come with us.
I know. I wish I hadn't had to visit my uncle. All we did was watch TV. Anyway, how was the balloon festival?
Great. Everyone was there, except you, of course. We had a barbecue and watched all the balloons taking off. They were huge. And then, just as we were about to leave, guess what happened?
I have no idea. It started raining?
No, the weather was perfect. Actually, this guy came over and asked if we wanted a ride in his balloon.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. But it's expensive, isn't it?
No, it was free. He said the people he was waiting for had canceled, so he took us for a ride instead.
No way. I don't believe you. You're making this up.
No, I'm not. I took some photos on my cell phone. See?
Whoa, that's incredible. I wish you hadn't told me.
Yeah, you missed out big time.
If only I'd been there.
Okay, if we look a little closer at this conversation, we can see some phrases. For example, this phrase here, if only I'd been there. That means she wasn't there, but she wishes she was there, or she wishes she were there. And another one is, I wish you hadn't told me. That means Melissa told her, but she wishes that she didn't hear it. Okay, so let's look at these phrases in today's grammar. And first, let's listen to the language box.
Unit 9, page 56, Language box.
You should have come with us. If only I'd been there. I wish you hadn't told me.
Okay, if you look closely, you'll notice that for the I wish clause and the if only clause, the verb takes the past perfect form, had not told, had been. And for the should have come. Okay? We use have, not had, with should. Okay, let's take a look in a little bit deeper in grammar reference. So this is how we talk about past regrets. A regret is something that we did in the past or it's happening now, but we wish it was different. Okay. We can use if only and I wish to express these regrets. So regrets about the present that's happening right now, we use the simple past verb form. If only I was rich. Or, if only I were rich. We can use was or were. Me as an English speaker, I think were sounds better. But it's your choice. And I wish I had more time. Okay? It means I don't have time, but I wish I did. If only I was rich means I'm not rich, but I wish I was rich. Or I wish I were rich. And for the past, we can use the past perfect verb with it. If only I had been there. I wish you hadn't told me. Okay. Remember the past perfect takes the had and not you can use and the past participle. And as I told you, you can use I was or I were. I prefer I were, but it's your choice. And you can use different modal verbs. I wish I could swim. Alright. If only I didn't have to go. Notice that when we use the negative didn't, this verb stays stays in the present. And this one, the verb changes to had. But if it's negative, it's have. Okay? And should have. We can also use should have or shouldn't have plus the past participle. I should have taken your advice. I shouldn't have said those things. Okay, so let's practice now. Go ahead and stop your video and try to complete part 1. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Okay, let's just look at a few of them. Number 1, I was afraid of flying when I was a child. If only I hadn't been, okay, had not been the past perfect, okay, afraid of flying, and so on. The rest is the same. Kevin lied to me. I wish Kevin hadn't lied to me. Or, I wish he hadn't lied to me. Past perfect. One more. I missed my train. If only I hadn't missed my train. See, it's not too difficult to learn this one. And you can just do those. They're all pretty straightforward. And make sentences using shouldn't have plus the past participle. For example, you ate a burger and now you feel sick. You shouldn't have eaten a burger. Maybe the burger was not cooked well enough. Or maybe the meat was expired. Okay, it wasn't a good burger. You shouldn't have eaten it. Okay, so stop your video and do those. Okay, let's look at the answers. Okay, I'll just look at the last one here. You left home without an umbrella and it started to rain. You shouldn't have left home without an umbrella. Remember? The have is in the present form and the past participle. What is this called? The present perfect, right? The present perfect. For I wish, and if only, we use the past perfect. Okay. Had not and had. Okay, this one uses had. Okay, let's head back to the unit and do some vocabulary. Complete each sentence using the correct form of an expression with to be. So change the be verb into the correct verb tense and complete. Okay, let's look at the answers. Okay, so notice the first one. The be verb changes to the past participle. Have you been? That's the past or present perfect. And this one, the be verb takes the simple past. Okay? And in these two, the be verb takes the simple present or base form. Okay, go ahead and take another drink of Americano. And let's move on. Circle the expressions with to be in these sentences. And then match. Go ahead, stop your video, do that. Okay, so where are the to be expressions? In number one, it's here. What is? Is the be verb. So what's up with you? That's the expression. How about number two? Right here, I am. Am is the be verb. I'm all for. That's the expression. Number three. Right here. Tim is. I don't think Tim's up yet is the expression. And four. Here. Peter is on pills. So what does that mean, Peter's on pills? Being on pills isn't a good thing, usually. Unless they're vitamins. That means he's taking medication B. What's up with you? What does that mean? What's the matter? I'm all for recycling. I'm in favor of A. And I don't think Tim's up yet. What does that mean? He's not up yet. He's not awake. He's not out of bed. He's still sleeping. Having a nice dream. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Oh, there's the answers right there. Okay, just like I told you. For this part, try to complete this conversation without listening first. It'll help you for the test. So go ahead, stop your video and do that. Okay, we're back. Let's listen.
Unit 9, page 57, Real Life Exchange.
I wish she had told me that she loved me before I took the job in Spain.
I know. She should have said something.
If only I had known, I wouldn't have accepted the job. I would have stayed here.
I suppose you should have asked her to marry you. That's what she was waiting for.
Yeah, you're right. It's my fault.
Never mind. You can't change the past.
Okay. And let's move on to the next part. Showing sympathy. Match each regret with a response. Should be pretty quick. Okay, let's listen.
Unit 9, page 57, strategy.
1. If only I hadn't forgotten her phone number.
Try not to let it get you down. I'm sure you'll remember it soon.
2. I wish I'd married her when I had the chance.
It won't do any good to keep thinking about it. She's married to someone else now.
3.
If only he'd told me he was sick.
Never mind. Don't blame yourself. It was his decision not to say anything.
Okay, that sounds like a strange situation. Let's end it off, as usual, by going to page 123 for pronunciation, Unit 9. We're going to learn something called the elision. That means when we're saying these words together, you won't hear the T sound. The T sound disappears. So instead of saying hadn't been, it just sounds like hadn't been. Okay, so let's listen.
Unit 9, page 123, pronunciation.
If only we hadn't been late. I wish it wasn't raining. You shouldn't watch so much TV. She didn't say anything all night. He went back home last Monday.
Okay, so you can listen to that again and practice those a few times. And I will leave you there for today. Have a good one and a nice week. And Uncle William will see you next week. Over and out.